Hello and welcome to yet another edition of Let's Talk on DNT Work. Well, I'm also always excited to know that you are always there to watch us, and it's been a long time coming, and you've been there with us. So thank you so much for constantly watching this program, and also we appreciate that. Well, my name is Olujo Kemosako, and the topic for today is rising beyond the rupture. Rising Beyond the Rupture, and my guest is Mrs. Modupeola Olatunde. She is a coach and counselor. I'm very sure that you remember that she is a very present person on this platform, and she's here to also discuss this beautiful topic with us. Perhaps you're going through one thing or the other. Please stay tuned to this channel as you listen to this conversation. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for always being there for us.
Thanks for having me. Always good to see you again. So good to see you.
All right. Okay, so rising beyond the ruptures, are ruptures necessary?
Are ruptures necessary? Are ruptures necessary? Well, no one prays for rupture because I will say emotionally it damages. So I wouldn't say anyone prays for it. But because we don't hold our times and happenings, we can't control it. I am sincere. I am being sincere. I don't want ruptures because it breaks me. But when it comes, well, it has come. How do I handle it so that I don't get stuck in it? Let me personalize it now. A lot of people after experiencing rupture, I want to differentiate it before you go into it. Setbacks are different from ruptures.
Okay.
Setbacks like a temporary reversal is a temporary delay. Rupture is more of I will say emotional burnout. Rupture is deeper than setbacks. Let me say it that way. Setbacks imply difficulty when things are just difficult. Rupture has to do with your emotions. You're broken, you're damaged. So most times it's not what anyone prays for, it's not what so many people praise for, because it damages. So people don't come out with their completeness. They don't come out with their wholeness. It takes a lot of efforts, intentional efforts, to come out of ruptures. I would say I wouldn't call it a terrible thing. I call it a terrible thing. Sometimes it straightens and realigns us, especially if it's emotionally inclined. Let me stop there for now.
Okay, so basically, I was also going to ask that you define what rupture is, but you've been able to give us to let us know that rupture is different from setback. Now, looking at this one, how then would you say you've gone through it and you're able to rise above it?
Ruptures in different phases. Mine is more of betrayals. I am more ruptured by being betrayed. In fact, recently I was asking myself that, what kind of luck is this? I can really trust anyone. I can really rest on anyone. I can really say to someone, you have my back. Meanwhile, I am everything to anybody around me. I am everything. I am sincere with you. When I give you my words, you can go to bed and sleep drooling. I won't say snoring. You can go to bed drooling, as in you can be rest assured that you have somebody that has your back. But I wouldn't just say in recent times. Over the years, I trust people and they betray me so terribly that I can't even share it. Most times I have a husband that I call a witch. I don't know if you can call a man a witch. I don't know, he would have seen some things and he would be warning me seriously. He takes his time to caution me about some things. But me, I'm like, no, life shouldn't be about that. No, no, no. If I want to trust somebody, if I want to deal with somebody, let me deal with the person. If I'm not dealing with the person, let the person know I'm not dealing, with him or her. Betrayal, my betrayal comes from everybody. It has been from a pastor, it has been from a woman of God, it has been from a doctor. I have been betrayed terribly. I had one recently, and I was like, but the most important thing about it is, yeah, I am broken. I am broken seriously. Then I take my time to just speak about it. Yes, most importantly, I want to speak about it. When I'm speaking about it, I am healing. As much as I can talk about it, I can tell other people about it, I am healing. My healing comes very fast once I'm able to speak about it. Whatever it is that has broken me, that has crashed me, that has damaged me, once I'm able to talk about it, that is my style. Once I'm able to share it, I'm okay. Then the healing takes place. Then I move on. But some people won't even talk about it. That is where the damage gets deep. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to share it. They just want to be themselves. They are scared to relate with people. They don't want to be betrayed again. But you have to talk about it. If you don't talk about it, you will be stuck. So if you do not want to be stuck in your ruptures, in your damages, in your betrayals, talk about it. Heal and move on. Thank you.
Okay, now when you're talking about it right now, I would like to ask, acknowledging pain. Now, how would you say that people should balance acknowledging pain with moving forward?
What has been done cannot be undone. Know that. Accept that. Whatever it is, either business damages, either emotional damages, whatever damages, because I am not just staying on the lane about it. It could be business, you could be ruptured business wise, you could be ruptured financially, you could be ruptured health wise, you could be ruptured, but most ruptures are deeper maritally.
Mm.
Yes, yes. Financially you could be ruptured, health wise you could be ruptured, emotionally. Rupture is deeper from different places. The first thing is know and accept that what has been done cannot be undone. Now, I recently heard a story. It's been ladies. It's been ladies. You hear about ladies jilting a man. That is what is more. But yes, that is the trending thing. I tell you, it's like 95% to 5%. Ladies jilt guys like, and they move on.
Maybe they are
You
tired
know,
of being jilted.
but recently I heard of a guy that was so broken and found it difficult to move on. He was so broken, he found it very, very, very difficult to move on. You know why? He met this lady, I don't want to call her a girl, when she was in her SS2. Then he went to serve in her school as a copper. And this guy, according to the story, kept himself and kept this girl. Saw her through the secondary school, because she was from I wouldn't say an average home, I would say from a poor home, because he saw her through university, saw her through her master's, saw her through her PhD. Then after that, when this lady was made, she found herself too worthy for that guy to have. And the guy was like, where do I start from? And the lady somehow was right. I was like, he never told you what exactly he wanted. Spending money on you, sending you to school, giving you his attention, giving you his what more? How much do you expect him to express what he wanted? I mean, that was my judgment, and that is the truth. And the fair judgment I could give. And the guy felt stalked. He felt, where does it start from? If you actually calculate this hour at this time, we'll be talking about 8 to 10 years. Right? Where does it start from? So accepting that what has been done cannot be undone is one of the best ways to move on.
Mm.
Thank you.
Oh wow, that's really a very very I don't know how to categorize that, because it's actually painful. But now, in essence, I was actually going to ask you to share with us maybe your experience or someone else's experience of this, rising above the ruptures, of which sorry, of which you've been able
Thank
to,
you.
share with us. Now, from your own perspective, what would you say is the lesson from this story that you've shared? And perhaps you have another story that we can also learn from. Could you please share?
So I heard a story about a woman that actually was preparing for her 10th year anniversary, marriage anniversary, and she was all out, adding the fact that she's a caterer. I don't want to use she was. She had planned everything and it was going on great. And 3 days to the anniversary, she discovered her husband was nowhere to be found. But she was like, oh, is it that he has a surprise and all that? But um she couldn't just comprehend what was happening. But well, then a day to the anniversary itself, she discovered the guy, the man, I won't call him a married man for 10 years, a guy, had absconded with another woman. I mean, it didn't happen to me, but you could see the way I went mute after saying that. I mean, for 10 years, she was living with a stranger. I tell you, she almost lost her sanity. She almost lost her sanity. She was asking herself a lot of questions that she didn't get answers to. She couldn't comprehend what was happening. She couldn't forget. She was asking herself questions that no one. Then thank God for people. When that's why your community, your family members, your friends, you must be highly intentional about them. So the family members came around, our church members most especially came around, and they stood by her. Like I said, questions she could not get answers to. You know why it now became more difficult and more painful? They were running a joint account. So you can see a rupture is not the common kind of rupture. If she had her own money, fine, she can just move on. Moving on will not be completely difficult. Now, everything she had worked for the past 10 years, a man puts together and absconded with another woman. Can she actually rise beyond that rupture? Can she actually rise from that rupture? Yes. It will take a lot of intentionality. She had asked herself questions. Fine. Now let us sit and give herself answers to the questions. Amazingly, they had 2 children. So it wasn't just herself to take care of. How does she cope with the children? Up till today, she never heard from him. Up till today. So the 10 years she thought they had, what was it to the man? Another one. 2 friends came together, friends, we trust ourselves, and they felt they knew themselves enough to pull resources together and do business together. And the other one trusted the other one so much that he felt, let the finances come through you. He was actually the one sending finances into the other person's account. And it was like, whatever payment will be done, let it come. Since it's going through you, let payments come through you, And when the business was successful and the, give me the grammar to use now, the payment was done, the trust. This other guy that received the payment never alerted his friend, they're just two, right? That the payment had been done. Then he just did few things. I don't know, this jackpot syndrome. Just to few things, started some things and he jackpot. Now we're not talking about just the profit. This person's capital is there. I mean, it would have been fair that he stylishly returned his capital, that is fairness. They abscond with the profits, but he absconded with the capital and the profits. Now ask me, where does this other friend start from? How does this other friend rise beyond this rupture? If you permit me, if you allow me, I'll go on and on and on, especially when it comes to the marriage and betrayal. Thank you.